people who heard that would just think you're idiot.
That's fine.
Tana Mongeau lies to her doctor and calls out MTV, making many fans upset. Before I get into the story, I just want to put out a disclaimer. Please do not send any hate to Tana Mongeau or anyone else involved in this story. This video is simply meant to report on the news and give some insight on the situation. On March 16th, episode 4 of Tana's MTV show No Filter premiered on YouTube. In this episode, Tana's manager, Jordan Warona, took Tana to a pulmonologist to get her lungs checked. Jordan said Tana had been coughing for about a year. Throughout the episode, you can hear Tana's strong cough. Tana explained her symptoms were constant coughing, coughing up mucus, and spitting up blood. However, throughout the entire episode, Tana wasn't taking her health seriously. During the car ride, Tana bought numerous items to smoke after the appointment. Tana also smoked from a wax pen before the appointment. When Jordan brought up the likelihood of Tana needing to take a break from smoking, Tana replied, "I will never will." Tana explained it was her stress-relieving outlet. Also in the car ride, Tana expressed she was anxious and having a mental breakdown because of her childhood trauma related to doctors. I have a really bad PTSD towards doctors because I grew up where I would be on my deathbed and my parents would be like, "We're gonna scream at you at the top of our lungs for being a terrible child, and then you're not gonna have school lunch for the next week because we paid for your doctor's appointment." My parents would never, we would go to a doctor and then they would be like, "Oh, bill us," and then never pay it. So I would also go to a different doctor every single time. Isn't that crazy? At the doctor's office, Tana's behavior was distasteful. When Tana was getting the standard blood pressure check, she claimed it hurt her arm really bad, and she removed the arm cuff herself and said to the staff, "Oh my god, can you take this off me? I can't do it." Then, Tana continued to complain to Jordan, "That hurts so bad. I can't. I'd literally rather have a cough. I kind of want to leave." When Dr. Ishaya came into the room for an official checkup, he asked Tana if she was coughing up anything. Tana said phlegm, and left out the fact that she was coughing up blood. Tana had to take an X-ray and breathing test. The X-ray revealed that Tana's lungs, blood flow, and muscle strength were doing okay, but the breathing test revealed that Tana had constricted airways. Dr. Ishaya said he thinks Tana has a component of asthma. Jordan was worried and asked if there was a chance Tana may have TB, tuberculosis. Dr. Ishaya said TB is present when people have fevers, night sweats, and coughing up blood. Tana said she has periodic fevers, but still didn't disclose that she had coughed up blood. Dr. Ishaya offered a TB test, but Tana refused. Jordan shook his head and rolled his eyes. The doctor gave Tana an inhaler and instructed her to use it every day and come back for another checkup in 10 days. After the doctor explained how often to use the inhaler, Tana asked Jordan if they could leave. Jordan did the responsible thing and asked the doctor for additional information, but Tana was not happy about it.
Is there anything else in terms of care that we should be doing? Sorry.
Can you please stop asking questions?
Dude, this is honestly, I want to know this.
Dr. Ishaya recommended Tana stop smoking, but Tana told the doctor she couldn't stop smoking. Jordan criticized Tana's state of mind. "I feel as soon as Tana heard the word asthma as being the diagnosis, she kind of checked out. But having the diagnosis doesn't cure your symptoms. There's still work that you have to do." In the car ride back home, Tana claimed she was not going back for a check in 10 days and would not be using the inhaler. Tana argued, "I don't really see myself as someone taking that kind of medicine right now." Tana also got into a small argument with Jordan about the severity of asthma.
I have asthma. Fine.
It's not funny though, people die from asthma.
Good, kill me. I don't care at all.
Also in the car ride back home, Tana continued to talk about wanting to smoke.
Now I just want to eat fast food, smoke weed.
Even though Jordan was looking out for Tana's health, Tana claims Jordan wasn't taking her feelings into consideration. She said, "I think Jordan always thinks he's doing what's best for my interest, but he doesn't take into consideration me, my feelings, what I'm capable of. Our lives were just so different that it's hard for us to see eye to eye on something like this." Tana and Jordan met up with Tana's friends Trevor, Imari, and Ashley. Within minutes of arriving back, Tana grabbed a blunt that was left on the couch and said, "Can I just have 2 seconds with this blunt alone? Honestly, y'all can look away. We're having a moment." When Tana broke the news to her friends about her asthma, they were very underwhelmed and unconcerned. Trevor said, "Oh, that's it?" Ashley said, "She has asthma? Asthma? Are you kidding me? It's just been asthma this whole time? You could have just had an inhaler and fix everything." Imari said, "I feel like literally everyone has asthma." Trevor and Ashley chimed in and said they also have asthma. Jordan snapped at how unconcerned everyone was.
Am I taking
crazy pills?
Ashley downplayed the situation and said she doesn't have tuberculosis, it's just asthma. Trevor and Amari just laughed. At the end of the episode, Tana joked about taking her health seriously.
All jokes aside, it is kind of serious. I'm gonna try to care. Yeah, I don't really mean this. I just know MTV wants it.
Jordan said he would be taking Tana's inhaler home and bringing it back every day to make sure Tana uses it. Tana wasn't happy about it. She said, "Jordan, I don't know what you want from me. I'm super stoked that something really hard to control is not wrong with me. I will attempt to make it better even though I do not care about it." People were not happy with this episode of Tana's show. Several people criticized Tana for downplaying asthma, unstanding Tana Mongeau because she's giving young people the impression you don't have to care about your health. Dear Tana, you think severe asthma is a joke? Yeah, I once thought it wasn't a big deal either, until my best friend who had severe asthma died at 13. You, Tana. Others criticized Tana's behavior in the doctor's office. Tana Mongeau ripping the blood pressure bag off her arm because it hurt and acting like asthma is going to ruin her life because she wants to smoke is not cute. Imagine being that ignorant. Get giant needles in her lips, chin fillers, can't get her blood pressure taken. Some people commented on Tana's trauma. She acts like such a brat, OMG. Having childhood trauma isn't an excuse to make people your emotional punching bags. Laughing about asthma that could literally kill her because at least it's not TB? Refusing an inhaler? Trauma is one thing, entitlement is another. One person was shocked that Tana was complaining about the inhaler. I can't believe she said, "I can't take that medicine right now." It's literally an inhaler twice a day for 10 days. That's not hard at all to significantly help her health? Many people compare Jordan to Tana's friends. They're all garbage besides Jordan. Jordan is trying to help you. All your friends did was laugh and make fun of asthma. What the Tana? On March 20th, Tana liked Jeffree Star's tweet about asthma. Jeffree wrote, "Having asthma right now is very scary. Hi inhaler, how are ya?" It's unclear if these are Tana's true feelings or if she's just supporting a friend's post. On March 21st, Jeffree had a short talk about asthma.
Also, does anyone else have asthma? Y'all hear me short of breath in that last little story? I'm like... My lungs are like, "Hi, how are ya?" So, if you have asthma in these crazy virus times, like, just be extra careful. If you don't have an inhaler, get one. I know they're running low in America.
While Jeffree wasn't calling out anyone specific, Jeffree's video shows how easy it is to use an inhaler and how it's important to have one, especially when stock is low. On March 23rd, episode 5 of Tana's MTV show was released, and she got criticized even more. This time, Tana and her friends were criticized for creating a bad environment for Trevor. Trevor was going sober for the second time, so Tana decided not to invite him to an outing where alcohol would be present. Trevor said he could still have a good time without alcohol and came anyway. However, at the outing, Trevor started crying and left early. He said, "I feel claustrophobic. I feel like I'm in a cave. I feel like no one's even having a normal conversation. Everyone is talking over each other and everything is just about drinking right now." And I'm just like, yeah, I want to get up with everybody, but what is that gonna do for me? I'm not saying I'm not strong enough to be here, but I don't see any point. I know I'll cave if I'm gonna sit here longer. In better news, Tana was using her inhaler. Still, many people criticized Tana about her behavior around Trevor. As someone with an addict as a boyfriend, there's no way in hell he's ever gonna get sober with friends like that. Drop them. I feel bad for Trevor. Tana isn't a good friend for him. She has too much going on with herself to be a supportive friend about his relapse. He's surrounded by hella drugs and alcohol in that household. Tana went to Twitter to address the recent backlash about her show. Although I will discuss more things at length in an upcoming video, I want to clarify one thing right now. I have cared about Trevor Moran and his recovery more than anything in the world, and I have done everything in my power to be there for him. Trevor quote tweeted Tana's tweet and said, "I know, baby." Tana continued her rant. "I'm literally sick at the way I look in the public eye right now. Hoping this life, health, mental health update clarifies some and let you in on where I'm at now, the truth behind that time of my life. I'd so much rather be hated for saying MTV can chop up 70 hours of footage into a 30-minute episode in a way to cause drama or make people hate watch the show than go down as a person who doesn't care about people and treats people like Jesus, I care about everyone's health and always have. Recovery and addiction are two things I'm very passionate about, as they are two things I've dealt with very seriously. I was never discrediting asthma. I was never discrediting the importance of health. I can't believe I have to say this. All the things we said for 400 hours about these topics didn't make MTV's cut. Video coming soon explaining everything. And that seems to be the end of the story for now. So, what's the big issue? The severity of asthma and the struggle of going sober. It's true that asthma is very common. According to the CDC, 1 in 13 people have asthma, but this doesn't make the condition any less serious. According to the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America, each day, 10 Americans die from asthma, and in 2017, 3,564 people died from asthma. Many of these deaths are avoidable with proper treatment and care. Adults are 4 times more likely to die from asthma than children. Women are more likely to die from asthma than men, and Tana falls into all categories. An American female adult. Tana may have the mindset that she's young and strong right now, but asthma can worsen and become fatal without proper treatment and care. For example, there are 2 types of asthma attacks that can result in death. According to a study by several doctors, slow onset asthma attacks are associated with progressive difficulty with breathing, and fatalities occur in hours to days. Usually, affected patients have time to seek help. In contrast, sudden onset asthma attacks are characterized by rapid development of airway obstruction, and death may occur within minutes. So you can see, Jordan and many of Tana's fans have a reason to be worried about Tana's health. Going sober is a difficult thing to do, and a relapse can easily sneak up on you. According to an article reviewed by Dr. Stephen Gans, if you are trying to stay clean for the long haul, it's important that you get away from your old routines, habits, and hangouts. You can't hang around your old drinking buddies and expect to remain sober for very long. And unfortunately, Trevor was not in that sort of environment in episode 5, and that's normal. It's a huge lifestyle change to separate yourself from your close friends when they drink. Experts recommend you make new friends who are also sober, but if you find it difficult, try joining a support group. It was very smart of Trevor to leave the outing before he caved into the alcohol. We can criticize Tana all we want, but at the end of the day, we don't really know what goes on behind the scenes. Some people believe there's only so much MTV can edit. We've heard Tana talking lightly about asthma out of her own mouth. Viewers also felt like Tana wasn't helping with Trevor's sobriety, but again, we don't know what happens off camera or what doesn't make the episode. Overall, Tana was portrayed very poorly in both episodes, but it's great to see that she'll be uploading a truth video explaining her side of things. Are you waiting for Tana's truth video, or do you think Tana is still in the wrong? Let me know in the comments below.